Hey guys, and welcome back to Rise of the Argonauts. This might explain it.
There is one thing I don't understand, Strixa. Or should I say, Athena. Why make the people of Kithra wait all these years before setting them free?
And what should they have been set free to? A ravaged island? A shuttered temple? Their leaders dead? I have preserved my people, protected them until the arrival of someone who could truly save them. I believe you might be that person. Your resolve on your quest has shown me as much. Will you prove me right?
Yeah, I'll try.
This is your will, and I will try. What must be done?
3 more cases you must weigh. 3 more judgments you must cast. The 3 who remain bear the burden of this island's fate. Phaedon, Perseus, and Medusa.
We will find these 3.
Remember,
I'm ready to go.
those outside could not be held responsible for the crimes that have occurred. They were worthy of being saved.
Yeah.
Those inside the temple, however, must be judged.
Okay.
By you.
Why me?
Be sure they will resist such judgment.
How did you know she was Athena, Jason? There's something strange about a little girl living alone in the swamp, is there not?
Yeah.
Particularly one with gray eyes.
Yeah.
Ah, I should have guessed. So, what now? Phaedon to the west, or Perseus to the east? We must deal with both before we're done. Come.
Okay. So, I'll do this, and then we'll choose. And go. Okay. This way it is. Or should I go the other way? I have a better feeling about that one. I can't remember which way is what. I have a better feeling about this one. There's more.
Hear that? It sounds like a debate.
My fellow philosophers, the Golden Fleece was an abomination. It had no place in this world. Its theft, criminal though it may be, will serve the greater good in the end. This I promise you, or my name is not Phaedon!
Why not just applaud yourself? Then you won't have need of an audience.
Clearly you are an expert on oratory, O nameless speaker. And do you have any other suggestions to share with us?
My name is Jason, and I say your speech is false.
Then we must debate, sir. That is, if you have the credentials to speak before such an august company.
Hear, hear!
Our custom demands that all who speak in this assembly first demonstrate a modicum of knowledge of the subject at hand.
Okay.
Let there be questions, and let him offer answers.
Can I not just stab him?
Certainly you would have no objection to establishing your familiarity with the history of the fleet. For example, a most rudimentary question. Who created the Golden Fleece?
Titan Epimetheus fashioned the golden ram whose hide became the fleece.
He speaks truth.
Oh, yes. I guess so.
You are not wholly ignorant, it would seem. But let us press further. Here's a question any acolyte would be expected to answer. What two gifts did Prometheus grant unto man? An upright form in the image of the gods. And the other? The second gift was sacred fire, stolen from Olympus. He has it right.
Oh, yes.
Answer, Jason. Perhaps a lucky guess.
No.
One more question
I knew
to
that.
determine your worth.
Okay.
Tell us, who killed the golden ram?
Oh, shit. Man did.
It was man who slew the golden ram. Indeed it was.
Yes.
An excellent response. A seed of truth. But does it lie on fertile ground, or cling in vain to rocky perches?
What?
It appears the stage is set for a vigorous debate. Shall we begin?
Phaeton, set the bounds of this discussion.
The thesis. The Golden Fleece is an abomination and has no place in the mortal world. The proponent, Phaeton, a humble servant of this temple and its high priestess. The opposition, Jason, an itinerant traveler from parts unknown.
Argument, the first.
The fleece is an abomination.
You said that.
Was not he who created it, the Titan Epimetheus, cast down into Tartarus by Zeus for doing so? Clearly, the Lord of Olympus judged the act of creation to be evil and worthy of damnation. Can we not then infer that the product of that act is also evil and worthy of damnation?
No.
A persuasive argument.
And yet a flawed one. Epimetheus' proud defiance of the command of Zeus was the cause of his undoing. How he defied that command is immaterial. His failing was due to a lack of discipline. Rather than obey the orders given him, he cast aside his duty in foolish competition with his brother. It wasn't the product of the act, but the act itself that drew the wrath of Zeus.
Oh, yes. Good.
Yes, your argument is sound. You have my support, sir.
Pure sophistry. A clumsy argument to snare the feeble-minded. We continue.
Argument the second.
The fleece circumvents the will of the gods and the natural order. The immortal gods look down from mighty Olympus and wish such and such to be. And then Cleophas, the half-wit goatherd, uses the fleece and makes such and such not so.
I don't much like this man.
No mortal should have the power to countermand the divine scheme of life, death, and afterlife. I, for one, believe the will of the gods should be inviolate to the whims and caprices of imperfect minds.
A devout argument indeed.
Devout? I say a cold and cynical one. What of men who honor the gods? What of men inspired by the gods? Does my opponent deny that through man the gods can enact their justice? Your low opinion of our kind is unfortunate. But even more troubling is your low opinion of the gods. Surely those whose minds are perfect can foresee all outcomes, fleece or not, and ensure a just outcome.
Indeed, a stirring rebuttal. You have my support, sir.
An untenable retort. The standards of philosophy here are lacking. We continue.
Argument the third.
I'm pretty good at this.
Verily, the golden fleece brings out the worst in men. Wars have been waged for its possession.
Yeah.
Brother has killed brother to claim its power. Its very presence on Kithra endangers the people of this island. Woe unto he who sleeps upon a bed of gold, for light is his slumber and his trepidation constant. Greece is undoubtedly a more peaceful place without the fleece in it.
Insightful words, truly. The man has delusions of adequacy.
Do not fool yourself in thinking that a decrease of temptation ensures an increase of peace.
Yeah.
Men will fight. They always do. If not for the fleece, then for power. If not for power, then for land. If not for land, then for gold. It's a flawed world, and we are its flawed inhabitants. It takes conviction to do what's right in such a world. It takes...
It takes conviction to do what's right in such a world. It takes wisdom, I think.
Wisdom. Knowledge of right and wrong is the lodestar of our conscience. Encourage wisdom among men, and then all temptation becomes less threatening to the peace. In the right hands, the fleece promotes such wisdom.
A sober argument, but for me, it collapsed under the weight of its own impetus. This point belongs to Phaedon.
A carefully measured decision. And now for the closing arguments. Good sirs, I appeal to the most discriminating sagacity of this assemblage. The fleece is an abomination, a singularity, and singularities are dangerous things.
No.
It has the power to conquer nations, the power to raise the living from the dead, and yet it has no conscience. It gives its power indiscriminately to any who can claim it, whether by brutish strength or cunning guile.
Right.
Why do we risk such calamity? And for what? All that good men should reasonably do, they can accomplish without the fleece. We are better off without it, say I. I am a simple man. And simple men are best equipped to deal with simple truths. I am not one for ostentatious pedantry or spurious erudition. I will leave that to my opponent. What I do know is this. The fleece is neither good nor evil. It does not decide its purpose any more than does my sword. The only thing certain in this life is that nothing is certain.
I'm doing good at this.
That is the vital condition of our existence. And the fleece is the embodiment of that uncertainty. Yes, it is a singularity, but that is nature. As such, how can the fleece be an abomination? It does not alter our fundamental nature. We are taught that the Titan Epimetheus made the golden fleece. But why did he make it? To rival the glory of man. Is the fleece a risk in evil hands? Yes. But in good hands, it keeps us humble. for there is nothing we can do that it cannot undo. Used with prudence, the fleece encourages discipline and imparts wisdom, ensures justice, inspires courage. I hope all here would agree that these virtues most certainly have a place in this world.
Brilliant! We hear Athena's wisdom.
Hear, hear. Well spoken, Jason.
Yeah.
Truly, you are a man of many talents. Someone fetch a laurel crown.
You can't all be persuaded by this chicanery.
Wonderfully said, sir.
Bah. It was too much to think this self-important rabble could comprehend simple truths. You, sir, are the most dangerous kind of agitator. And there's only one way to reason with an agitator.
What's that?
There is no debate or argument with evil such as this.
Silence, filthy thing! I am the voice of this temple.
Look, his tattoos.
Black tongue.
You are a black tongue.
What?
Not that it matters now. My work here is done.
Spear him.
That slut Medusa was easy work. And her brother proved a coward. No! The fleece left
Kill him.
Kithra in the raven's clutch. The black tongues have it now.
You fiend!
Where is it? Where is the fleece? You will tell me. It is where you cannot find it. Where you cannot even search. This sword, it once belonged to a priest of Hades. We had a debate, he and I. We argued over who was the rightful ruler of Tartarus. He claimed Hades, while I know it to be Hecate. Despite my flawless reasoning, he simply refused to acknowledge the truth. It is a fine blade, is it not?
Kill him.
When words fail.
Oh god. This is good. Oh, kill the gold man. Wow. How do you defeat someone golden? Ow. Oh, we did it. Was that it? Oh well. Well guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video, whatever I make. Bye.